I'm starting a custom printing business from nothing, and I'm documenting every step of the way. First of all, before we get started, I want to thank everybody that's been supporting me so far, especially Surya, who's liked and commented on the last 2 videos. Secondly, I want to make a quick apology for the lackluster quality of last week's video. I'm still dialing in editing, color grading, the camera settings, everything like that, but my main goal is to make sure that we're getting better every single week. This week's video is a little shorter because I had finals, but it's still very important. We're laying down the foundation. This month is all about preparing myself so we don't fail in the future. Today, I'm walking through 3 things that are running behind the scenes. The first is my Excel spreadsheet. The second is my Notion workspace. And then the third is my website, pmcecreative.com. And finally, I'm announcing a blog, something where I can put my ideas down in a way that's clearer than these videos, especially while I'm first getting started on these videos. So it's going to have a detailed outline of problems, mistakes, and the solutions. So make sure to check that out at pmcecreative.com. This is the Excel sheet I'm using to track everything. Right now it's pretty simple, but it covers all of the essentials. My chart of accounts, income, expenses, cost of goods sold, which is beginning inventory plus purchases minus ending inventory, taxes, car mileage, and finally a basic income statement. This setup is temporary. Once my business bank accounts are fully established, I'll be switching over to a proper accounting software. But for now, this gives me full visibility into what's happening financially. So what I did first was take every expense I've had so far and log it into the expense sheet, matching each one to the correct amount and noting how I paid for it. I'll go back later and attach receipts to keep everything together and documented. Once all the expenses were in, I moved on to the profit and loss statement where it automatically used a formula to total the expense column. I did this using a simple external function, and as of right now it shows that I'm about $3,500 in the hole. It's not surprising at this stage, but this is why I'm tracking everything from day one. If you want a deeper breakdown of how this Excel system is set up or how I'm organizing everything behind the scenes, I'll have a more detailed explanation over on the blog. This is my Notion HQ. Everything for the business lives here. Planning, ideas, finances, content, and weekly progress. I didn't overcomplicate it. Every page here was created by just typing /page and building it out as I needed it. First, let's go into the logos page. This is just for logos and brand directions. I have all of the mock-up for potential logos that I created using ChatGPT, and I have the prompts I used with them too, in case I need to go back to it. It's simple, but having everything here in one place saves a ton of time. Next, we have the most important page in the HQ, my timeline and to-do system. I built this so I can see what I'm working on day to day, but also zoom out and see the bigger picture. The key is that the to-do list and the timeline are connected. Each task on the to-do list has a status, date, and category, which connects to the timelines and calendar so I can view it there as well. Next, I have my product idea page. This is where I just park my product ideas as they come up, or as I see something inspirational. I'm not committing to any of these, but it's just a place to collect inspiration and think through what would make sense to produce. And lastly, let's go into my social media. I'm not going to go too deep into this one, but this is where I track content ideas and scripts. Again, nothing too fancy, just enough structure to stay consistent. The biggest thing with this setup is it's flexible. I didn't want a perfect system, just something simple and something I could improve as I go. If you want a deeper breakdown on how I built this, I'll go a little more in depth on the blog. This is where I'm at with the Shopify site so far. Right now, the focus isn't selling the products, obviously, since I don't have the printer yet, so it's going to be more about documenting the build. I set the site up so it acts more as a blog and a hub for the project, with weekly updates, progress logs, and behind the scenes breakdowns. I know I'm new with these videos, so I want to have a more clear, concise way of explaining everything that I've done so far. It's still a very basic setup, but that's intentional. I wanted something clean, functional, and easy to update as I go. And again, I'll be putting a more in-depth guide of how I set all this up, from the themes to the blogs, in this site itself. So that's where everything's at right now. Nothing here is perfect, but I'm doing my best to improve as I go. If you want deeper breakdowns of any of this, from any of the first 3 videos, let me know down in the comments. Again, this is just the beginning, and I'll be back next week with the next update. Thanks for watching.